in the new patch, going with a new team, trying something different. He's trying out the Tremor buffs and seeing maybe there's some tech here. And both going Tremor each, loving the HP buff and 1100 HP for rated. That is just criminal. Oh my goodness. Big fat overhead from Witz, walking towards him, getting the lightning activated. Oh my goodness. Who is this guy? Look at these overheads from Witz. Not stopping here, going straight into the lightning, not stopping this pressure one bit. And KAEYDO will be swapped with DJ. So let me just do this really quick. I'm going to mess around in the background really quick for y'all. Just hang tight. I'll be right back. All right, perfect. Thank you very much, everybody, for hanging on here. We got in a big little hiccup right there with the CFTC kind of bugging out for a minute. We had some issues with the online side of things on this day one version of the patch, but Steam and PS4 are both working totally fine, as we can see here. It's a shame when that thing happened, but we get events here in the meantime. We get the pop-up Tourney 8 with these haymakers starting off from XENO on the second round. We'll see if he's able to take a game or two off of Witz this time around. Good pressure out here. Staggers out a couple hits. Good duck right there. Getting the axe slam back down. Haymakers are thrown from XENO. Low pokes into him. And one more haymaker. Taking it out.
Final round. Fight.
The shocker is there. Building up, back at him. Witz says an eye for an eye right here. Kicks him down. The lightning bringing it up too. Low checks. Trying his best right here, getting him moving. Pokes into it, gets Trevor involved. Waltzing around the screen carefully. Gets a breaker right there between them. We'll check out from a distance. Wonder what the tech is here with Tremor. This is very interesting. Backpedaling a little bit. On the teleport around. He's waking up throwing haymakers. Stomp it down. This big brute. Not stopping here. Low poke between them. Good up block. Hard read out there for Witz. Gets the pick up with Tremor too and into this combo. No breaker for you. Is there enough to kill? Maybe it's close. Back into it, more chip damage, and he flawlesses the tail end of it, poking right through it when that time to strike was there, and he is alive and well. Seals that game for himself with a test of patience. XENO striking first on the board here. Making him watch the fatal blow as well. XENO is up 1-0 on this set. Takes the first game over Witz FGC. We will see if who ends up taking this first match here between them. XENO waltzing on towards Witz. He tried to get the armor off. Not going to be good enough. Haymakers back down for XENO. Kicks him in the corner. Overhead almost landed. Pokes between them. Another good mix. Nothing there. XENO, look at him do some work. Low checks. Gets the up block right there. Good conversion out from Witz. Picks up with Tremor. Looking really good. A fantastic read right there with the up block from Witz, and the defenses are just up this whole time. He ain't stopping, is he? Low check into the standing two. Not good enough as he kicks him back down. Walking on towards him. Hold on a second. Cancel out of it. Look at Shaw. He's using that new move that is just crazy. I think he's going to do the axe slam, just canceling out of it each time. That's the new move that they added into the game. Very interesting to see it put to use. Appreciate the follow, Nova Elite. Yep. And yes, all these matches will be streamed if you can hear me.
Round 2. Fight.
Spacing out, staggers out of press, goes into the grab, knocks him down and shocks him up. 110 damage taken away. Low poke into it. Meaty presses into their beautiful exchange wins. Look at him throwing the kitchen sink in XENO at this point in time. He is not letting off the gas pedal. The damage goes up a little bit more. Back at it, Witz gets a pickup. 150 HP between them. Low checks. Big health deficit to overcome, though. That shock damage gonna stack. And HP to spare. It is close. He ends up getting a grab. Nicely done from Witz right there. 50 seconds to go. Feeling a deficit. Doesn't want to go down in the pop-up turn. He wants to go with the smooth team. Feeling mighty fine with it, I might add. Ooh, waiting in neutral. The shocks are there. Oh, with the electric shock. Hold on a second. Canceling out. They both had changes to their gameplay in this. Shao was added a new move where I believe he could cancel out of the Axe Slam, and he has another attack. I'm drawing a blank on what it is, but that. And then Raiden, I think, when he charges up his shocker, it's like faster. Like when he charges up all the orbs, I believe that's the move that they changed to where it's faster, because it did take a second before it get up. But that, or either the new move he got, they added it so you can cancel it. It was like this big arc flash he would do. Look at the cancel right there from XENO, catching him opening, and this is a good time to really understand this matchup even further, especially going into a big event like this. 50% between the two. Axe Slam back down. XENO trying again. A third time, and that will do it. 2 strikes, 3 strikes, and you're out. XENO goes up 2-0 in the pop-up turn. He takes the lead over Witz, and now Witz is wondering, is it just, am I going 80 and a 40 right now? Absolutely not. We do not need you doing that, bud. Sorry. All the shocks. Big haymakers out from him. The blender is activated, not stopping one bit. Low folks overhead, almost landed. Pokes between them. Good check. Witz is beaten. On the hands of Shao, these knuckle sandwiches that he's dishing out. Pokes out, overhead almost landed. Axe Slam is there. Tremor to follow up. Good pressure right now. Kicks him down. Witz getting the pickup of a lifetime. Low HP and just gonna get poked down to put him on set point. This is a little pop-up turn. XENO's doing good.
Fight.
A shocking beginning to this first round for Witz right here. And the approach. Good stoppage with XENO, though. He's played a great game with Tremor. Very familiar with this team. This team is actually valid beforehand, but maybe let's maybe XENO was able to pick out something a little different from it. I'd imagine between the crystalline armor allowing Shao to play a little more reckless and quite possibly a reset. I feel like with everything that Tremor has, and get that beautiful grab out there from Witz, keeping the health low, 30% between the two. Good grip on the other side. And a beautiful press right there. Witz on the return. Hold on a second. 150 HP left and into the shocker. Forces breaker out from XENO. Follow, what is up, man? Do not worry at all. It ended up getting postponed, so we're just running a little pop-up tourney instead just for fun. I said I had the stream up and everything. I already got in the mood to do it, so I was like, let's run it, man. Let's run a pop-up tourney. So I'm just hanging out here. You enjoy the rest of your night, brother. Take it easy, and we will run it back when the time comes. Witz? It's not death? Is it? Is it death? Pops him down, around to go. Good swing of the blade right there. Pokes between them. Gets gripped. Another grab. We're at 2. A 3. A third grab. Witz has had enough. He's not playing any of those games. Catches him lacking. Says he can't give me a third time. I am Sugar Nip Gaming. Good flawless block right there. Kicks him down into Tremor. Almost had a reset right there. Would have been crazy to see that combo. Backpedaling a little bit here. Trying out different ideas. Seeing what's going to happen. Haymaker's out from XENO. Good pressure out with the axe down. And onto these cancels. Really keeping Witz on his toes because, well, if he doesn't cancel, then you're sitting there wondering, okay, well, it's Xiao then. When can I press on this guy? The thing is it just makes Xiao more vulnerable to little pokes while he does those cancels. So it's one thing you have to keep in mind. Not jumping, played the anti-air anyways, and Witz staying alive is the name of the game. This should be a pretty high damaging combo. Not sure if this is necessarily death, but it's gonna hurt. Oh wait, it's Raiden. Is this death? It's not. 8 HP to go. Chip damage. Waits a second. Goes in for a poke and finishes the job right there. Witz looking good on this game. And this game and this game and changes to him. Like I said, a little bit faster cooldown. Let me pull up patch notes right now and so go over. It'd be actually good to have this on the fly. Sure, I got this. I put it in my general chat. Yep, there we go. So character specific, they added a new move called Smoldering Wraith, which I believe is the cancel for the Axe Slam. As far as Raiden, let's see what they had for Raiden. Electric Overcharge now detonates automatically 2 seconds faster. They fixed an issue with Electric Overcharge lingering after a fatal blow is performed, and then an audio bug they changed with them. So Electric Overcharge now detonates automatically 2 seconds faster. Slimming down the axe, XENO gets the pressure on him now. Let's see what the cameos had in store. For Tremor specifically, it says added new moves, Crystal Crag, which is that right there. Crystal Vault and Crystal Heave. So a bunch of different moves for Crystal and Tremor. Ground Pound second hit. Starts up 2 frames faster and has 3 more active frames. Okay, so it's out longer and it's out faster. So you can still get the timing with it. So that means Tremor is just better and faster. Transmute down has the same cancel timing as Transmute up. Oh, okay. So some definite changes, yeah. Apparently they're still down for Xbox players. We tried running an event earlier and it kind of just went shit at the fan a little bit. But I don't think the servers are up right now because a lot of the players weren't able to matchmake or anything like that at the moment. Good poke out from Witz, overhead, landing it. There's 60 HP, dwindling down to 70 now. Witz goes to the breaker out from XENO. Although with the armor out, he's able to just eat those hits from Xiao. No problem at all. Bringing him out to a final round with this new team.
Final round. Fight.
Filling out the empty space in the playing field. Low pokes between them. Tries to get a little teleport through the distance. Charge up and cancel. XENO a step ahead of the game, gets a standing 2 press. Haymakers are thrown. Almost has something. Wait a second here. Pokes into him. Drops the axe, starts swinging. Good strike right here. Witz eating out a second. Feel it for the time is right. It's XENO on the return. Drops. Witz is there. Gets a pickup right now with Tremor. This is gonna hurt. What's he gonna cook up for damage? Ooh, hold on a second. No folks in there. Almost has him until the command grab right there. Call out Trevor on the reset. 40% between the two. Witz feeling the pressure. One wrong move. And that could spell your life. Oh, gets him with the overhead landed right there. And he might have spent the bar to make that one happen. That was crazy out from XENO. 3-1 victory in the pop-up Tourney 8. XENO will take this one. Go on to the next round. Rain is up 0, and KAEYDO goes straight into the T1000 Movado. We'll see what the day 1 T1000 looks like for him. It's obviously really interesting to see this character pop in the stream here. You don't know how you're going to play up against him. He seems like a character with similar range to Rain. a whole mind game of that lanky standing too, which is very similar to Shao, except you can go into a low press after for a bit of a mix-up. You don't expect it. Subby not holding off the gas pedal one bit, planning to take a Fight Night title right here, 100%. Go pokes into him. Good cameo choice. Locked in. Good combo. Poking out, dropping the shoulder. Look how fast Sub-Zero charges back now. It's much, much more practical to use them.
Round 2. Fight.
On the approach, good catch right there. Pokes between them. Hold on a second. A little back dash, movement. Good ducks there. Chilling out a little bit. Yeah, that press right there, that is just so lanky. So if you can outspace T1000, this might not be a good matchup for him because I don't really see him able to get in here. The only really projectile he has is the gun, which I'm not sure if that actually qualifies as a projectile, if it's like Peacemaker's little low poke where it's just a low check. Spacing out. Really patient, really adamant about getting the standing 2 press on, and I think they're just going to settle for the gun at that point. Dropping the cold shoulder. Stubby. Keeping on, keeping on. 17 HP to go, smacks him out to the corner of the screen. Striking first on the board. Going up 1-0 right now on this bracket. Taking the lead over KAEYDO on this day 1 T1000. Maybe there's potential. But I'm gonna. That's one of the benefits of being on the spectator side of things, watching a lot of these fights, is picking up on some new tech and going, hey, that's a character I can probably play. Subby giving T1000 a real taste of his own medicine. Good pickup right here. Kicking out for 370 damage. He has a lot of morphs into that chrome stage and metallic stage. I gotta watch Terminator at this point because I want to see this guy in action. Fatality didn't do it for me. I gotta see more. I am still very, very new to this as well. Not too familiar with a lot of the moves that T1000 has. Obviously, day 1 in the patch right here. It's very interesting to see what he can bring. Go check out from a distance. He converts with Movado off that. Okay. Subby going with the overhead. Forces Breaker out. Little projectile game kicking him down. Might be something here. Couple different staggers right there, forcing the press. Good catch on the ice clone. Subby doing some big damage here. 30% on the forehead. More pressure, dropping the shoulder again. Right on top of him. Hold on, pokes out. Good duck right there. Another stagger. What's happening? Pokes out. Everything falling into place. Dropping the shoulder one more time, taking the lead. Back in their hands. Game 2 with them being up on the set. Subby's doing some work. KAEYDO creating some room here. And you know what's weird is when you're fighting somebody who's new to the character as well, it leaves you kind of guessing because you're not ready for what kind of moves they're going to go for. It's a really random fight and you have to go into it very safe and knowing with whatever strategy you're going to go into a fight with. I guess just kind of feel out the motions and then, I'm not going to say play off autopilot at that point, but it really leads a lot of a guessing game, which is one of the bad things about MK is when you're left guessing and you don't know what you're blocking, that is where the knowledge checks comes in. That's where it really starts to hurt. Subby doing some work though. 2-2, nothing is a fair score on the set. Kicking up. A point further. Setting up for this next match here. It is still locked in mode T1000. Just fun to see what he can come up with. Maybe he's had a couple combos he's been hitting in the lab, but just wants to show them off for everybody. Show off the new sauce and see what he can do here. Subby ends up getting caught out in neutral in the corner. More pressure there. 328 dropped on him. Into the grab you go. Popped him back down. Drop of the shoulder. T1000 takes the first round. KAEYDO piloting this hunk of metal. Good pickup right here. 30% into the corner. This is where a majority of people spend their time in the lab. Big fat damage and combos that we've seen. It's obviously a lot easier to juggle as well. Let's see if KAEYDO can come up with anything cool here. Subby not gonna give him a inch of space to breathe. Dropping the shoulder one more time. Gets gripped right there, boots him down. He ain't gonna be able to shoot him out of this one. Into it, gets the trap active. Combo beginning. Gets 154 off of the hands of Subby. 30% between them. At a standstill, poking through, little staggers. Maybe there's something here. Pressure's back up. Subby dropping it one more time, and it is 33 seconds on the clock. We are on a set point in the pop-up 38. Get ready, we'll see if Subby can close it out in 303 right here. Good movement. The movement. Drip or drown. 306 damage drop from Subby right there. A little anti-air in the hands of KAEYDO. Catching him, pressing him with the Sub-Zero. What is better than rain and ice? Good job from Subby there, getting the freeze active too. This is going to set up for some nice damage. Release stand instead on wake up. Good pressure and able to close it out in a smooth 3-0 sweep. That is what we like to see. Popping up next. Up on the stream, a 3-0 sweep it will be. Little standing press, neutral duck in there, and spacing out carefully. Try to get a low check, not gonna happen right there. Tremor coming out and on a quick little restand. This is big damage out from YUVILITY on the rip. Planning to play for glory the whole way through. Good punish right there. Taking up for more and more. And why would you drop this character at this point? They have not touched Sindel for 3 patches straight. All that time in the lab has not gone to waste. And YUVILITY strikes first on the board. Beautiful opening right there. And that's one of the tough things about picking up a character is like, just having fun and trying this out, seeing what sticks. And YUVILITY's like, I'm going for 10 championships. I am sweating. You are done. Like, it's just, it's fun though. It's Cindy Windy Tremor, yeah. But I'm sure TINTA's having a good time too. Pop them over. Good little combo right here. Movado on the extension. I'm happy to see other people using Movado the day one, because when I was going through on the lab by myself, I played Movado a lot already, but it kind of let me at ease to be like, okay, I'm not too far off with the idea of how you should be getting combos with this. Comfortable in this? Obviously a day one character, you got a lot to learn to get comfortable with, to understand the obstacles and remember them. It's very tricky. You still got combos pinned on the screen. How are you going to play a tournament at that? Just having a good time. That's what it's all about. TINTA striking first. Not yet. For YUVILITY is what they are saying. Back at it with an arbor, knocking them down. 20% between the two. Call the back cameo. On the approach, good strike. Walking on towards him, not gonna have it right there. Forcing the scream to come out. It is a punish. Keeping TINTA on the ground. Oh my goodness. Trades out. Cashes this one out too with Fatal Blow. What does this do for damage? Is this death? I think it might be. Oh yeah. Why would you not play this character? Had to be honest with y'all. Try to get a little standing 2 press right there, using Tremor. Calling him out. Oh my goodness. They buffed Rain's movement speed. I thought I was imagining things for real. He did see, I didn't, like, I don't get, like, over. The game felt different. I felt like they changed Reptile speed, but I might be wrong on that. I don't know if they changed anybody else, but if they changed Rain, that would be, that would make sense. Subby, did you find it on, like, other character? Did they tweak anybody else's movement? So I didn't see that on my patch notes. Now looking at these two, Sindel didn't even get mentioned, I think, on this, now that I'm looking at it. Good pick up right here, though. Big damage for Yuvi. Looking to close it out. Almost there. And with 0.085 HP, with more overhead and the brutality will be landed. 2-0 lead on the set. Taking this one over Tinta. One more game to go. We will see if you pull 8 people together like this on short notice is what it's really cool to me. And definitely a bit of a... Play Shang Frost. That's a meta team for real. Where? Where is that a meta team? I've never seen that in my life. Oh. Ooh. Back at it. Both pokes between them. And an armbar poking him right through. Let's strike. In combatant rank. That's it's like saying oh, the kindergartners are eating glue, so I decided to join them. It looked tasty. Like, yeah, let me play Shang Frost. Humility's sweating. He won Thou Wow out full screen. Almost at him. Get him knocked down. Big press is right here. Taking him out. Pokes up. Damage is stacking. 263 and then some more. YUVILITY. Some additional pressure for Tremor. Tinta blocking well. Standing 2 press not going to work. Good maneuver right there with the armor. Low HP situation here. Feeling the pressure with 30 seconds. Just not enough time right there. Down 2 check from YUVILITY. Bringing it out to a final round. Set point in favor of UV.
Fight.
Haven't seen any Madame Bows yet. Gotta be honest. Hopefully the next match we see one. See if DISARTED brings her out. Check picks up off of it too. Big life lead. The reads are all going in the favor of Tinta. And looking at a potential flawless with the running gun. Ends up catching him anyways. YUVILITY into the middle of the screen here. Walking straight on. Look at that right there. On to Movado is his death. And we're getting swaggy day 1. Look at Tinta striking on the boards here. We got a fatality too. Let's check it out. Animality.
Animality. T1000.
Better of these two. We will see who can get it. My health is nerfed. What the fuck? 1050 HP. Shindel got shadow nerfs. No, they didn't mention that. They did change Shindel's health. Didn't she have 1100 before, or am I wrong? Projectile game on a 2-1 deficit right now. We'll see if Tinta can seal it up. Putting the pieces together, and the knowledge check is really going to start to hurt right now. Between the two. Good check with Tremor right there. Ooh, not able to close the gap with that standing 2. Not going to happen there. YUVILITY's going to get the punish. Should be enough to kill. Fatal blow definitely will. Putting Tinta on set point with this fatal blow right here. Letting it rip to the full extent. You know what's crazy is that he has no bones.
Round 2. Fight.
Shooting out from the distance. YUVILITY trying to do the same. His standing 2 press is so menacing. It has so much range to it. Going straight in. What do you do against that? You are looped in for a combo anyways. T1000 has some crazy maneuvers right now. Piloted in the hands of Tinta, and maybe might see something here. Pick it up here. Big damage. 322 onto the restand. Gets a nice little grab to finish it up. YUVILITY just on the tail end of that good press right there to counter it. 235 on the hover. Tries to armor through, not going to happen. No bar to spare. Feeling the pressure right now. He has the right variation of tremor, so you got to get him now before he gets too comfortable. Good pokes out from TINTA. Not getting the trap activated, so that's a shame. That's not going to be the way they want it to end the round, but the shots will do the job here. Final round kicking out. Good little neutral jump. Shooting out 58 HP. Take it away. Little low poke. Overhead landed. Went out underneath them. We'll see what the maneuver is here. It is just so up in the air. You don't know how they're going to approach this at all. Trying to figure out what type of character T1000 is, and seems quite similar to a little bit of Asha, a little bit of Chao. I mean, very, very different approach to the character. YUVILITY taking it 3-1 will advance on to the semifinals to face the winner of our next set. It will be the winner of DISARTED versus Nova Elite. So I'm going to make sure that I got Nova up and go for this next fight. Enjoy this little squabble we got with Reptile Striker. You guys will really see what this new move adds in damage-wise for Reptile. Only taking the same amount of health away as Morado does as well, but this one is all about the damage output. I believe you get an invis setup off of Striker as well. KRASIO, a good lab rat, along with Mountain Dew the Joker, both good names in the Reptile community, doing the Lord's work, finding tech for us. Waited a second, patiently finding his time to strike. Back three, not going to land. A little dive kick, roll not working. Into the trap you go onto the other side. 29 HP left, and good little explosion right there, going for the grab. Got a long way to go health-wise here. KRASIO throwing a little A-maker. Maybe there's something here. Holds on a second and lands a big fat belly flop on the kind of Havoc. Low HP. Full screen now. Let's see how this guy goes in the neutral. Says, I don't think people, somebody said, I think people aren't going to play T1000. He seems lame and basic. Maybe Foxy, and that's it. That's low-key such a jab at Foxy. I love it. People play Conan, so... I mean, I just feel like the same people that would play Conan, the same playstyle, like, it's attracting T1000 just off my initial impression. I obviously have so much more to learn about the character, and we do too as a community, so not to jump in conclusions here, but KRASIO, my boy, look at that big damage, goes into the acid ball right on top of it. Some grenades landing, finishing the job here. KRASIO backpedal, call it out. Movado is disarted. I don't know. I wouldn't say T1000 looks boring. I don't think any of us knew what to expect, and until we're kind of like balls deep into it, we're really going to understand how significant of a patch this really is. It's not like a day one thing. And one of the things I think I will ask pretty much everybody I meet at T-Showdown is, what do you think of Conan? Or, yeah, what do you think of the DLC characters, and what do you think of T1000? Great job from Disto, taking this game away from KRASIO. Good solid gameplay, brings it out to the final round. Getting a little swaggy with it too. Trying to put another championship under his belt too. Going up 1-0 on the set. DISARTED can go for 3-0. Sweet work, KRASIO. Going to show us what's up with this new team here. It's Reptile Striker. Ooh, good catch. Converts it out for 244. Into invis. Baits it out. Has the grenades to cover it up. No movement for him though. Now let go of that block button. Goes straight in for the roll to get the neutral spaced apart from each other. Striker's coming back into the equation here. 60 seconds ticking down. Lead in the hands of KRASIO. It's tricky with Reptile though. When you're back down like that, you don't want to overextend at all. Have to eat it. 380. Dive kick landing from DISARTED. This one you're going to have to take. The damage keeps stacking up, not dropping at all. He puts 300 plus. Big damage on him. taking that round. Goes up even further. Round 2 starting off for game 2. The trap is the result of extending that pull bar a meter. Wins that exchange off of it. Disarted, little low check. KRASIO, maybe he'll be able to get in there. Good standing 1-1. Throwing the haymakers. Got the leg extended. Covering out a good portion of the screen here with the bombs too. And if he was to make a dash in, he'd catch him with the low check as well. A really safe option for that back three, which has such a high risk reward factor. Giving up your turn every time you use it, but man, does that thing have significant damage. Low check out for Dis. Patiently waiting for his time to strike. He's staggered out these couple hits. He says, screw it, I'm just gonna armor. An eye for an eye. KRASIO, no punish on that. Goes for the grab on the restand. No punish for him. 100 HP left. Not quick enough on the draw. Disarted saw right through it. It goes for a big old down two. The bombs had not even exploded yet, and on reaction takes his head off in brutal fashion. 2-0. Players that we have. The Terrans, I don't know what we call our. We're not the LKM. We don't really have a clan or anything. We're just a bunch of lizards, you know. We're just kind of. We're just having fun with character, picking up different tech. We have a super secret reptile tech server that they post some juicy stuff in here and there. Shout out to Mountain Dew the Jerk for putting that one together. It's really cool to see what's going on. Kicks them out to set point. Back is against the wall now. We'll see if KRASIO can pull through. Dashing forward now on him. Hold on a second. These haymakers are thrown. He ain't lacking one bit. Dis kicks him down. Armored right through it on Wake Up. Standing 3. No avail. Calls out that back cameo. Dis comes out swinging. Forces the breaker out from KRASIO. 30% health left on set point. To go into the semifinals to face YUVILITY, the winner of this set. It all closes into this final moment. It's looking good for Dis right now, and he will solidify that with a 3-0 sweep over KRASIO. Big shout out to KRASIO for coming in here today and competing in the pop-up Tourney 8. Love seeing it. We're going to see the semifinals up next. Going him with the axe slam down. Good little pressure here on the approach. Right up close to him. Good low check. Going through, stomping on toes. Gonna armor right through it. Subby trying to get some movement here. Not happening yet for XENO. Not backing down one bit. Dropping the shoulder, Subby. The pressure alive as well. Low pokes between them. Swinging those arms around. We'll see. Gonna get a breaker anyways. Good drop down. Subby got the ice armor back up on the approach. Out between them. A couple pokes. One more time. Careful. Easy does it. Smash down to the ground. 214 and then some more. Overhead. Landed smack dab on the head. KRASIO says I got them both. I already got to have them. I bought the Scorpion one. I did actually buy the Scorpion one because I had the. I don't know if I got the Dragon Crystals from like doing the Battle Pass or whatever they have. The Combat Pass. I don't know, but I had enough to buy it, so I did. Very rarely do I get anything on that premium shop. The only thing I will like automatically grab the credit card for is any reptile skin. That is like not even a question. It's like the quickest swipe you'll ever see. Except for the Earthrealm one. I'm not a fan of that one. I didn't like how that one looked. Good little check right there. Trying to get some movement. And using that cancel effectively. Getting Subby. Oh, I'd love the MKX Reptile. That'd be crazy. Beautiful. Fatal blow press right here. Yeah, I'd be ecstatic. There's none in the files for the next 3 seasons. Yeah, because we had unless they do something else for the season of the Reptile, but yeah, I think if they did MKX Reptile, that would be really cool. We have just about every other one, unless they do MK2 and have like the quilted sash that they wear. But I don't really think it's that much of a difference compared to the MK1 skin that they have. Beautiful press right there from XENO right there, finishing the job, going up, taking that game, going up 1-0 on the set over SUBBY. And a very good one for sure. Get him out of this. I want him nerfed. Make him bottom tier again, please. XENO dropping the axe. This cancel is so tricky. It really gets you leaning. Baiting the armor out, but the trap is there to solidify this one. Into the corner you go. Low check, getting the armor activated, swinging that axe all around. On a couple of the cancels, not letting it rip, so no threat there. Gonna keep throwing the projectiles, baiting out a little bit, just waiting for the right time to let it rip. Good combo right there from SUBBY, staying optimal and almost finishing the job there. 147 health left for XENO. Starting to get zoned out, and it's getting tricky right now. All these sweeps into the special. 35 HP to go. On the approach, slams the axe back down. Armor's right through it. Takes this round away from XENO. Got X sweating a little bit.
Fight.
SUBBY on the approach. Look at this reach right here. Beautiful conversion, forcing the breaker out. Axe is down on the approach. Trading out, getting lucky on the exchange, landing the overhead. Tremor. Whiffing just a tad late, it seems. Ooh, off the low. That is great. 242 piece to even out the lead and into the grab. Kicking out. A low poke, throwing some haymakers, a flawless block underneath. Swinging those arms all sorts of directions. We'll see what they get on this exchange. 200 health left for XENO. As that dwindles down, SUBBY playing a great game right now. But with that armor, it's so devious. You gotta get around it. The pressure's too much. And the low conversion ends up getting it. Look at SUBBY taking the dub right there. 1-1 we got on the set. We got a game on our hands. Let's go. Let's see what happens next. Kicking up in Shang Tsung's laboratory. 1-1 is the score we have on the set here. Take the first lead, the true lead in the set. Make it interesting. Put them on the set point. It takes this game right here. This is actually, game 3 is always my favorite. Nicely done from XENO there. Didn't even take a scathe. SUBBY feeling the pressure of General Shao going over to sector pick. This pick is still just as good as it was yesterday. As they did not seem to tweak sector at all from my knowledge. I don't know what else he would really do to him, to be honest. And good pick up from SUBBY though. 30% diff in the health. Grab is a ballsy approach. Kicked him out in the corner. Rocket coming down on the punish. Ooh. Try to get the reversal with the armor and just not gonna see it there. XENO a step ahead of the game, it seems, and let sector all right back up. That's the thing about when you have sectors. It's like, if you give me downtime, you're basically just giving me a free approach this whole time. Oh, the low poke between them. First little press right there. 105 damage, kicks him down with one more sweep. Bringing it out of set point. SUBBY takes that round. Rocket is back up. Hold on a second. And now we're cooking. 173 health taken away. The damage coming up with Havoc. Not stopping here. Ripping off the limbs. All the pressure's on. 10% between them. Oh no, back cameo. 20%. Still the difference in the health. The Rocket builds up more pressure, so it allows XENO to get an entry. Getting his combo rolling. Subby spending the bar for armor, and eye for an eye, both in armor off, and it is just going absolutely crazy right now in that final sequence. All the damage, all the bar that you could possibly spend was spent. XENO going for the cutscene tech right here, bringing it up 2-1. And a hell of a round right there. Darkot, okay, that's all I want. I can't wait. I cannot wait to see Baraka. I'm thinking of Pyrrhix and him going all crazy and everything with the new cutscene or the cancels. When you cancel out your fatal blow. It's like a desperate Tarkot mode, I think it's called. I can picture him putting on the mic after that and going, "Oh, they final strike, That dude always puts a smile on my face watching him play. Look at this pressure between them. Elite right now. Subby, amazing opening right there on the low check. Good read. Oh my goodness. And it's 2 in a row succeeding after each one. And now the guessing game begins. Do they commit to the string? And Lovic ends up taking it. XENO 8 blocking. Into the corner now. It's still tricky. Down on the set, but not in spirit. We gotta get out of this corner first. Good grab as it extends out a little bit more damage. Up, down, overhead landed. Good succession of attacks here, stomping on toes and throwing absolute haymakers. The damage stacks up to the very top. 370 damage dropped on XENO's head. Goes on to a final round here. Can XENO close it out? Will Subby drag it out to a game 5? Claw their way to a victory here. Rocket is up. What an up block right there. Amazing in-game mechanic from XENO. Subby dropping the tail end of the combo. XENO on the rebuttal. Into the corner you go. Rocket's there to follow up, so that keeps him in check. He can't get too big of a punish there. XENO back at it. Into the corner you go. Armoring right through it. Pokes between them. It is up, overhead, almost landed. Command grab out from Shout. It is down to this moment, and that will be it. Very, very well played to our fighters here. Wait a second. I had the score messed up, but it was 3-1 XENO. Very well played to our fighters today. Thank you. They're locked in for a T1000 versus Homelander fight. DISARTED, hold on a second. He says the reputation don't matter. He goes, I'm taking this dub with absolute honor. And immediately flying up to the top of the screen. Quickly realizing that T1000 can't do anything from that point. Overhead almost landed. Good punish out from this. Some damage. Getting Movado involved as well. Checking him out from down below. Good pressure. Movado is there, forcing the breaker again. Full screen. These guys are meeting. Trying to use the gun, but he gets the dash right on him. Good pickup. Goes straight in. Neutral ducks him. Crazy timing right there. Wow. Hold on a second. That just caught me off guard like crazy. Good job for the ability to avoid that. And Disc goes straight in and takes round 1 and says, all right, hold on. Against Utility's Homelander? What? The knowledge checks just might be real unless Disc spent all day just labbing Homelander just specifically for this to see if there was something there. But he is doing big damage right now. 100 health. Taken away from Yuvi. Keeping him pinned down. Stuffing him into the corner, finding some room to press. It's his turn to strike here. Utility cooking up a big storm of pain. Drops 293 on him. A quick reversal from this though. Smacks him back upside the head. Big old boot landed. Neutral duck in the midst of all that, calling out back cameo. Breaker had between them. Neutral ducks are there. 20% separating them. Still firing off them shots. Yuvi goes in with the low conversion from Ferris. Spend the fatal blow too, why not? See what this does for damage here. Two HP to spare. It ain't over till second hit. From Ferris comes out there. Just trying to close in the distance now. Yuvi, I know you aren't listening to T1000 right now. Day one. Goon sir in the chat, how you doing, man? Happy to have you in here. Oh my goodness, what a neutral duck there. That is crazy. Checks him out. This waits patiently, finds what he wants. A good punish. 18% between them just about now. Stacking up in the favor of YUVILITY. On the pickup into the corner, big damage, dropping 300 below him, 50 health, take it away. Disc gets a swift wake-up attack. Anti-airs. This is getting crazy now. It was just a matter of time with that kind of playing right on top of him. Takes a game away from him, goes up 1-0 on the set in the semifinals of this tournament. YUVILITY strikes first with Texas. On the approach, little low poke right there. Smacks him upside the head for one game. Switches characters, comes back with a new main. Geo, is Shao top 1? No. No. Don't find there to be a true top 1. For the bottom one's just a little far-fetched there, gotta be honest. Breaker out there, YUVILITY spacing out, waiting for the right time. Gets a little up block bait, he still manages to salvage it. Gonna spend that fatal blow anyways. Look at him doing some work. Get a kill off that as well. Need a break. Round two starting up. This is leaning back a little bit. Now straight up onto him. Has the Movado trap to follow through, but YUVILITY's blocking quite well. Another low kick, another check. Almost had him with their overhead. Very, very close. Gosh, watching the way Kale was playing was interesting because Kale was going in with a lot of the diabolical dash, you know, the grab he would do. YUVILITY's like a movement, like I'm gonna go up, down, I'm gonna low poke you, get you to turtle, overhead, like it's just, I'm unpredictable, and that is the trickiest part about playing this dude. With the brutal, going up 2-0 right now. This Homelander's looking unstoppable. Can he salvage this one and go on to the grand finals? It all comes down to this. To whom might win this will be the leader in championships. So this is within itself a grand finals, I suppose. Little Movado trap is down. Little haymakers are being thrown and getting the pickup, and this damage is stacking for YUVILITY. He's got full Pharaoh ready to go too. Holding off on it and just baiting the movement, and it's working. Able to get the combo extension nicely, puts him on set point into the corner, full bar, ready to win. Set point, Dis trying to find a way to approach. How do you get out of this pressure? He finds a little bit of space in the anti-air. Approaching gets a good pickup off Movado right there onto the side switch, forcing Breaker. YUVILITY still with Fair to spare, doesn't matter. This is right on top of him with all the meter, everything falling into place. Big damage being dropped. The sequence 457 on him. Low check, not gonna work. On top of the side switch, stacking up some 254 piece for him. Lasers and everything firing off from YUVILITY. Not stopping one bit. Good tech out of the grab. On the approach, moving on towards him, continuing. Beautiful damage he is displaying right here. Kicking out for a final round, still negating the set point. To bring it up to 2-1 comes down to this, or will YUVILITY finish the job here? Oh. Be trying best to get him opened up. 30% between the two. Good back cameo called, and he gets a good conversion off of it as well. Smacking him up. Big old boot being had out of him. Overhead landed. All these backhands of disrespect. Damage stacking up for YUVILITY. Putting DISARTED into the corner. Although he's going to land a grab on top of that, that Movado trap's going off, so this sets up for him good. On top of the side switch, UV ain't got breaker yet, and a beautiful pickup going to seal it. DISARTED brings it up to 2-1. Endless battle that never is predictable. The true end result. Who will go to the grand finals will be decided in this set. DISARTED is starting to make a comeback here. He has faced the 0-2 deficit and comes back for one game. Starts to find his ground a little bit with this Havoc Movado piece. He's been rolling with this in a lot of the tournaments, or feeling like Scorp Farah is the move, but this matchup very challenging for Homelander as well as it is for Havoc. It's a true 5-5, I would think. Oh. Oh my goodness. YUVILITY. Using that bar, bringing him out to set point. With the lead in his hands now, calls out fair. Good catch. Into the corner you go. Great positioning. Ooh. My goodness. Great anti-air, and on top of that makes a read. Stacks up for some 280 piece on top of him. He ain't letting off this at all, and bringing it out to the very end. YUVILITY will get the better of the exchanges on that last match. Bringing it up 3-1 on the set, and taking this one to go on to the grand ever did in collaboration with anybody. That was with Ishmael. That was a really good time to look back on. Grand finals right here. YUVILITY starting off strong though with the Homelander. Getting the blender activated. 1050 HP. Sitting untouched so far until those double rockets come out. XENO trying to get some pressure. And with this cancel pressure, he might be able to actually open him up a little bit. Good overhead landed from XENO. Not stopping one bit. Hitting these lasers. He is continuing to do some work. Look at YUVILITY right now. Overhead smack on Xiao's head, and the damage keeps just going. It is at 102 health left for XENO. Trying to find some room to get out of here. Overhead not going to land. Pokes between them. Smacks him down with 20% left. He stays sharp and true and just keeps going.
I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Round 2. Fight.
Standing too pressed into the rocket, not going to work. Ooh, no. This is a few that people will try to tell you this matchup is in Xiao's favor. I think Xiao does have a lot of reach here. That standing too pressed does get pretty damn far, but you still have to time it behind all this pressure from Homelander. You need to get those double rockets involved. Get yourself that free mix just so you can get out of there. And yeah, this is where you got to play a guessing game. Overhead landed. Got the axe down. The nerves are starting to shake a little bit, but he's getting himself true, and he's actually finding his ground. And Kiri is starting to pop him up and do some work. XENO right up close to him. Gets the command grab right there. And a beautiful conversion. Goes straight into fatal blow. Kicks him out. Strikes first on the board here for the grand finals. YUVILITY gets on the boards first, takes the game over XENO. 1 round to start it off on game number 2. We will see who can get the better of this one here. Up blocking. He gets a good punish right there in the first set. Gonna build up nicely. A good setup for XENO. These cancels, the thing is about cancels is you have to make people respect them. How do you make them respect? By actually doing the move. And you know, based on reaction, is somebody really going to clinch up and not expect that it's still their turn? The second you see somebody playing that game, you're like, I'm going straight in. Good exchange, though, from XENO. Comboing off the rocket, too, nicely. Double one more hit coming at him. He was out the lead as I'm blocking, defends it, but he gets hit with the command grab there. No way. Oh, I thought he went with the projectile right there because the lasers, he can still hold it. Trying to get the approach on him. It just gets dashed right in and grabbed anyways.
I don't need anyone.
Round 2.
So you know,
Fight.
feeling the pressure right now. Overhead axe slam. He's trying to get a little movement there, not feeling it right there. Holds back on a second. He another approach and trying to mix him out. It's not biting, just a little low poke into the rockets he goes and interrupts the grab. One more time anyways. He said he ain't got sector that time. Mashing to get out of this. YUVILITY gets the pickup, forces the breaker from XENO. With the lead in their hands, bar and health-wise, it is falling and looking like a very tough move right here for XENO. YUVILITY goes up, takes another game right there in spectacular fashion. Bringing it now 2-0. One more game. Kicking off this first game. Little check out from Homelander. Ends up catching him for a combo. He gets him kicked out into the corner. Another low check as well. Trying to get that armor out of there. Not going to work. Just continuing to press up on him, finding whatever he can do to separate himself from this Homelander. But the thing is the pressure from YUVILITY is just overwhelming. It's a lot of mix coming at you. You don't know what erratic motion he's going to do. You know, they added a movement with Madam Bull. You can, if you drink 3 beers, you get like a juke. Or you just drink 1, you get a juke in the game.
I don't make.
And the movement from Homelander, he is just able to make lateral movements so fast to where if you are trying to read a animation based on the movement, it screws with you like crazy. Stopping on the toes though, getting a good press here. He's on a big life lead as well. 1200 HP is criminal right now. Right up close with each other, good standing 2 press. Not gonna get a combo off of it, forcing the breaker out of him. 50% above him, life-wise, so he's sitting at a comfortable lead. Just needs to play the long game here and not get mixed up in the corner. You gotta find a way to get out of here.
Apologizing.
Tech's out of it. Good job on wake up to read that. And 285 left for him. It's coming down, and each grab just makes the clock dwindle down. He says, I got you right back, and into a tremor combo. Not gonna make it happen though. That is the Droptimal. YUVILITY getting the read with the low. There's no breaker there either, and that is gonna spell it out for us today. Very well played. for XENO for coming out here, and congratulations to YUVILITY to become the 10-time champion today with the 5-up 38. It is a 3-0 sweep over XENO to take it. He has made history.